Hey everyone, Razbowski here, and holy ass, the hype in the Pokemon community just now is at a fever pitch because the brand new games have been announced today with a trailer. We have got Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon coming holiday 2016. Now, while we're waiting for this, we can analyze the trailer and the things you might have missed in that. There's a couple of little hints that might lead us to clues about this new game. If you're brand new around to the channel, then please hit that subscribe button if you enjoy what you see. And hey guys, a thumbs up would be absolutely fantastic. Let's get into this top 10 things you missed in the Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon trailer. In at number 10, we have ourselves a beautiful Wingull in gameplay footage. Now, is this gameplay footage from the brand new Pokemon Moon or Sun opening sequence? Is it from the game at all? Either way is very, very interesting. This potentially hints towards a seaside or sea-based game. Does this Wingull with the water beneath it and maybe a sail or a sailboat paraphernalia hint towards something that is going to be a very water-based driven game or storyline? I know we had that in Auras, and a lot of people didn't like that. Hats off to IGN. But is this a little bit of a hint? It's nice to see a Pokemon in gameplay footage here. It could hint towards a water-based region, or it could just be something from another game, and they're just using the style for some sort of concept art. But either way, it's very interesting, and that is why it's in at number 10. In at number 9, guys, we've got a lot of transportation. We have got various different emergency vehicles, and we have got a couple of trucks in here as well. Is this hinting towards a large-ass region? Are we talking about, is this game going to be one of the biggest Pokemon regions to date? With the inclusion of more vehicles, because they seem to be placing a lot of emphasis on this, because it's not just this picture here, there's a truck in another picture as well. It seems they are forcing our direction into motor vehicles. I think there's more cars and shit than there are actually Pokemon revealed to us. But is this hinting towards that the game is going to be focused on a big region, and to get in between places maybe you have to take a car or a train or a truck or something like that? And even with the emergency vehicles in there, maybe they're hinting towards a sort of a storyline based around a large ass region. Maybe we get to go to other regions in the game which involves trucks, etc. So that is very, very important, and that is exactly why it is in number 9. In at number 8, guys, we've got a couple of Pokemon we could talk about. In the back of the yellowy green truck, we have, before your very eyes, we have 3 Pokemon. Now, you can't make them out precisely, but from the looks of things, the top one on the very right-hand side looks to be a Machoke or a Machamp. Just below it, to the left, we have got what appears to be a Furfrou, and over on the very left-hand side, looking out over the back, it kind of looks like a Wynot. Not 100% certain. That one's a little bit blurred in there, but the main thing is we've got a 1st-gen Pokemon and a 6th-gen Pokemon in there, so it's showing that we're going to get a butt ton of variety in the Pokemon regions. And as I was hinting before, maybe we can go back to a lot of the other regions as it ties all Pokemon in together in the one game. Maybe we're going to get to go across to each one of the regions, or maybe we can go across to maybe the 1st, the 2nd, and the 6th one. Either way is very, very exciting, and those Pokemon are looking pretty damn badass. I love them. The fact that they're going in the back of the car, maybe it hints towards Pokemon are able to follow you again, like we had in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. That was a very good thing that I think we would all love back in the game, and that is exactly why it is in at number 8. Number 7, guys, we've got the Blastoise in the back of the fire truck. This is a beautiful, a beautiful Squirtle Squad reference right there, but it hints towards the fact that Pokemon are going to be used outside of battle a lot more, hopefully. If we can have Pokemon following us around outside, that would be fantastic. Not just as cut slaves or strength slaves or stuff. If they had more use outside of battle and you could use them to do a variety of different things, maybe there's different mini games or tasks that you can help out, like we can see with this Blastoise here. Perhaps if there is a storyline mission in which we can use a certain Pokemon. Imagine there was a fire or there was an emergency and you could use one of your Pokemon to do the job. If you had a Pokemon that knew water gun or something, then you could help out with a fire. If we could have different mini games like that are not necessarily storyline driven, but if they had something like that in the game that would earn you extra rewards, maybe TMs, maybe HMs, stuff like that, then that would be absolutely fantastic. But I think it's very, very interesting that the Pokemon are in the back of the vehicles here. I think that's going to be very important to the game, and that's exactly why Mr. Blastoise is in at number 7. In at number 6, guys, we've got a brand new Pokemon Center. As each game comes out, we get a new design for the Pokemon Centers, but this one is very, very interesting. It looks to me like the top, you know how you got the little white Pokeball that's on the top? It looks like that might rotate. It looks separate from the rest of the building, as you can see below it. With that, I think it might rotate the design on the top, which would add a little bit of extra spice to it. But the most important thing about this image as well is on the left-hand side, on a separate bit of paper, it looks like in the corner of the room, you have got yourself a Pokemart. It looks like a little Pokemon stall there in which you can buy your potions, your repels, etc, etc. And that is really good. I hate separate Pokemarts. I think I like having everything in the one location, so that's very, very nice. Very, very handy. Not all of us have time to be going from one store to the next, you know what I'm saying, Pokemon? So the fact that you're streamlining that and making it very easy for everyone is absolutely fantastic. It looks like we've got a door design, a window design here as well, and I can't really tell what the top image is, but overall, I'm very hyped for the new Pokemon Center design. In at number 5, we have got a guy, a beautiful guy, I must say. He is fantastic. He is drawing what looks to be the Japanese logos for the game. We all love the logo designs, and I actually think they look better when they're in the Japanese characters. I don't know what it is about them, but it just looks more beautiful. But either way, he's getting busy to work there with Pikachu waving in the background. It's not really gameplay or storyline related at all, but it's very, very interesting, and it's good to see that they're working. It doesn't seem like he's got anything else written there, but he's hard at work, and I appreciate that. Well done, sir. Well done. In at number 4, guys, we've got very, very interesting pictures. On this section of the screen, we have got a couple of different images of interiors and exteriors of the Pokemon locations, but the most important one is the top left-hand corner one, which looks to be a slacking lying on top of a board on this building. It looks to be like a condo or some sort of motel or something that could be storyline related. Again, there's a truck outside it, so maybe you have to go in between location to location via a truck. Obviously, potentially you can walk from location to location, but if you can pay people like you did in X and Y with a cab, then it's like a quick move before you get fly, which would be absolutely fantastic. Whether this is storyline related or something else, we don't know yet, but it is very, very interesting. And we've got some more designs for inside of the buildings. We can't really see too clearly what they are yet, but they look to be just neutral locations, like inside people's houses, etc., and not bad guys' locations or anything like that. But I really like the slacking on top of the building, because that clearly represents some sort of sleeping place, a lazy place, somewhere you can pop your head down for the night and potentially heal your Pokemon up at the same time. An alternate for a Pokemon Center, so that's why it's in at number 4. At number 3, we got a woman standing outside a building with what appears to be red, or at least the main character's design. From this image here, it looks like you could potentially customize your character. She's got a suitcase there, maybe she's traveled from a long location, or maybe it's just hinting the fact that we got clothes with us and we can get more character customization. Having that in X and Y was fantastic. I loved it. Everybody had their individual look for their character. They could have the different hats they wanted, the different pants, the different socks, etc. It was, oh, I don't think you could do socks, but shoes and that. It was really good, and everybody loves character customization, so to have that back in this game would be absolutely fantastic. She looks great there with that hat. He looks great there with those sideburns. Do kids? Do 10-year-olds have sideburns? He kind of looks like he has sideburns. I would get that guy test for drugs abuse. But either way, character customization, I hope it's back, baby. And at number 2, we got the same image right before your very eyes, because it's very, very exciting, because this is potentially the first gym that we have seen. We've got the Horsey outside, we've got the other water Pokemon on the wall behind us, including Staryu and Spheal, and it looks like we've got 2 Pokeballs up there. That generally represents some sort of gym or fighting style, and we've got Pokemon symbols actually all over the building, in windows, the big glass window that is above the entrance there. It just all round resembles what a gym would be. It's got the big grand arch before you go through the double doors at the front of the thing. I think we could be looking at the first water gym in this place. Again, goes back to the first image I showed you with the Wingull. It kind of hints that this place is going to be a water-based region. Kind of hope it's not, because I'm fed up of surfing everywhere, but who knows? Who knows? In fact, we've got the cars as well. It's going to be a big... I think this is going to be a big-ass region, ladies and gentlemen. But this looks to be pretty much 90% certain that this is going to be a water-based gym. I love the fact that they've got the Horsey fountain right there. It's a beautiful fountain. That looks great. And we are ready to challenge. And maybe actually that woman there is... That woman there could potentially be the gym leader. We don't know, but that definitely looks like a gym right there. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the best news news of all, it looks like we've got a brand new Pokemon. This bird Pokemon that's getting designed here with this mesh net sort of overall body design looks absolutely fantastic. A lot of people are potentially saying, or have been saying, that it's a fletchling, but its design is completely different. It does look different, and it's basically what I don't think it's a starter Pokemon. I think it's the Pidgey equivalent in this game. I think it's potentially going to be the first Pokemon we encounter on our game. If you remember back to X and Y again, the first Pokemon you would always encounter was a Pidgey. So I think this is going to be the variant of it in this brand new game. It's very, very exciting because it hints towards Gen 7 because we haven't seen this Pokemon before. I don't think it's going to be Gen 6.5. I think that would have been Pokemon Z. This here, I think, is 7th Gen. We're going to have to wait on confirmation of that, but either way, the hype is real for this bird Pokemon. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was the top 10 things you might have missed in the Pokemon Moon and Sun trailer. It feels so weird saying that. I absolutely love it. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button. It really, really is appreciated. If you're brand new to the channel and you like what you see, then please subscribe as well. We've got so many Pokemon things on this channel through Let's Plays, battles. We're going to do some card openings at some point, and also I do Slime Rancher as well, which you're going to see an episode of that tomorrow. If all goes well, it's definitely recorded. But either way, thank you very much for watching. I've been Razbowski, you've been the beautiful bastards, as always, for watching, and I love each and every single one of you. Goodbye!